learn something. We're not content with just the headlines or the typical talking points.
It's a refreshingly honest conversation about what's going on.
It's about connecting our community and doing something to really make a difference.
We're taking today's stories and bringing positivity back.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Take 5. I have students from Foster High School. Say hi to your friends, everybody. Now notice they have their phones out. Did you say hi, Mom? Hi. You can text us now, 448-4545. You know, we've had a studio audience all week, or I should say we've been out and about all week, but now we have a studio audience, so this is great. They're going to stick around with us, and we're going to talk to you guys. Don't go anywhere, okay? We have they're like, oh, please don't leave. I know, they are really polite. We have a great show today. We've got a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, and the big question, one that we would like you to text us about is the old school question when you asked your friends on the playground. If you had a superpower, what would it be? That's the question we want you to text us, 206-448-4545.
Yeah, now we're asking this question because we actually rewarded one of our loyal viewers. She nominated her son, and I got to take him to meet his heroes, superheroes. That new exhibit, the Marvel superhero exhibit over at Mopop. Check this out.
This is like the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
This is it right now? We're
Yeah.
sharing your coolest moment ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have nicknamed him Lucky Lenny. It gets better. You'll see our entire adventure in just a couple of minutes. He said it was the coolest thing he's ever done in his life about 4 times.
Oh, that is
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
When you
and
get to say
he's
that?
missing, spoiler alert, he's missing his bottom 2 teeth. You won't believe his smile. It's
Adorable.
Yeah,
Oh
it's the best.
my gosh.
very cool.
Yeah.
We're also going to share a story with you that really touched me personally. It's a local mom, and she's been lifting spirits all over the country. This is a story about loss. It's a story about healing, and she's our game changer today. And I can't wait to share that story with you. Bryn Johnson in Tenino. That's coming up in just a bit right here on Take 5.
Adorable family there.
So cute.
Yes.
All right, time now for our Fast Five. We just got some top headlines that you can get to know right now. It was a scary moment for a horse and its rider in Auburn today when they tumbled about 100 feet down a ravine. Yikes. Rescue crews pulled them both out to safety, but way to go to the crews there. They're fine.
okay.
They're both okay. Ivers in Mukilteo is back open after a possible norovirus outbreak. Apparently, a few people reported getting sick there last Saturday. We still don't know if this was spread through people or through food. We'll keep you posted if we find out anything. You can drive to the Everett waterfront tonight. The Port of Everett broke ground today on the new Indigo Hotel with 142 rooms. This is part of a major redevelopment on the waterfront and should be ready sometime next year. And it's one of the best sights to see around here. Check it out, a baby orca swimming next to mom in the Salish Sea. How cool. Yes. We are now, by the way, just 2 weeks away from boating season. And this year we want to remind everyone there are new boating guidelines to keep whales safe.
Good.
Yes.
Needed.
How about this, though? If you are celebrating 420 tomorrow, a group of artists will be making the world's largest bong in Seattle.
Oh my goodness. What does it mean to celebrate 420?
Well, we'll talk about it. We are talking about 200 artists, 4 days, and a 24-foot bong. It should be done by Sunday. They kind of missed the boat, you know, for 420 day, but
Now it's just a vase.
So what's the purpose? Like, is it going to be like a community thing they do? Like,
I don't know. We'll find out sometime. But
Hashtag only in Seattle.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Want to mention, though, if you want a slow read on the Fast Five, you can text FAST to 448-4545, and we will send you the stories. So
Good.
All right.
Well, for our next little gig, I wanted to get a lot of events coming up this weekend. Before I take you outside, real quick, we didn't introduce ourselves. Angela Poe Russell.
Oh, yeah, we
We've
forgot
got
to do
Chris
that.
Cashman, Michelle Lee. I'm Jordan Steele. This was
Hey.
from Sky King. Yes, sir.
You're that weather guy. Is the sun going to be out?
Oh, well, yeah, right?
I was helping you with
Talked
the
about it
segue.
yesterday.
Look.
Thank you.
Sunny day, it says right on the graphic.
I mean, it was such a great day to get out. So Sky King was out taking some beautiful skyline shots and got some boaters out and about. And it was just so nice to see temperatures back in the 60s.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away, you guys, but next week, I think we could see our first 70. And when that happens, we got to have some kind of dance party. I'm just
Yes,
saying that we're
please.
throwing it out right now.
look
okay?
at me, Jordan. Don't tease me.
I'm serious. Like some kind of dance. But I'm not teasing. I'm not teasing.
Wow.
All right. So walking outside real quick. We got a couple of things. Obviously, we've got the Mariners game. It just let out. So as we get out, we'll probably run into a few people running around. Unfortunately, Didn't necessarily get the win, but if you're going to be heading out this weekend, check it out. Have you gone out to check out the beautiful flowers up in Skagit County yet? You can. It's going to be a good weekend for it. Like I said, people out and about. I don't know if you can see the fields emptying out. Another thing I want to point out, if you look up, that blue sky we had earlier kind of turning hazy. What in the world is going on? So here's where I described to you my little weather 101. If we can go to the weather computer, this will break down what's happening tomorrow. Because I know we've liked today, right? We really enjoyed it. Those high thin clouds increasing, which means tomorrow's not looking as nice. I think temperatures will still be pretty good, but that next system, as you can see out there, is going to just bring in a few showers before the weekend. All right, so here's our UW high resolution model. Just give you a real quick recap. For your Friday, this is midday. Looks like we'll start just bringing in a few showers, and then in the evening, the cold front passes. That basically means temperatures will cool down on Saturday. We do open the gates to a little bit of a breezy condition early in the day on Saturday, but breaking it down, 60s will return. Sunday looks good, and then of course, like I promised, all the way into next week, it's looking absolutely fantastic. All right, so that's a real quick recap of what's going on weather-wise. While I'm out here, I noticed some kind of weirdo sitting out here basking in the sun. What in the world are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Working on my first base tan of the season, man.
Looks good.
Come on, thank you very much.
Sunscreen is key.
We're also using the background here of Safeco Field as another professional segue, ladies and gentlemen. The game just got out, and there's going to be some big changes here at the ballpark. Maybe you didn't hear about this yet today. Today, the King County Board of Health, they have officially banned smokeless tobacco at pro sports venues. That would include Safeco Field. The vote was unanimous, came down during the Mariners game while they were playing today. That's right, the players, they can no longer stuff their cheeks with chew. It's official. Many of the Mariners players are going to be affected. Their opponents too, and this puts Seattle smack in the middle of the trend. Now 15 stadiums, half of Major League Baseball, have banned smokeless tobacco. San Francisco, they were the first. They started the movement back in 2015. They passed the ban. The Mariners brass actually sent out a release this morning in support of it before the vote even happened at about 1:30. They point out that minor league players, they've been banned from using smokeless tobacco since the 90s, since 93, in fact. And we should point out that this is a county-wide ban, so it includes CenturyLink Field, over where the Seahawks get together, Key Arena, and of course we're inching towards the renovations there at Key Arena, our assumed NHL team. And a lot of statistics say that upwards of 50% of college hockey players use smokeless tobacco products. So a lot of them are going to have to fall in line and change here. And as mentioned, today's vote was unanimous, 12-0, and perhaps inspired by some unusual testimony, big words coming from some little advocates.
I love baseball, and when I see baseball players chewing tobacco, I get really sad because these people are setting a bad example for kids. Also, I see Ben Gamel chewing tobacco a lot, and I get very worried because I want him to live a long and healthy life.
Now, that was just one of many little kids giving testimony today, and that's pretty powerful to hear a kid like that to say, my favorite player is Ben Gamel, and I see him put chew in his mouth, and it hurts my feelings, makes me sad for him.
It's true, though.
I'm hoping Ben Gamel and some of these athletes see that, to realize that these kids are watching, and that's a big part of this movement, of course. We don't want them to look up to their heroes, to see them doing things that are damaging their health, and to think, oh, I should do that because they're doing that. So, so goodbye the health board today, and I'm glad to see Seattle joining the ranks here.
Me too. You know, you have family doing this, and I'm always the same way. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? I'm not judging here. I want you to live a happy, healthy life. Hopefully Ben Gamel will see that and be like, man, that breaks my heart.
Yeah. Boom. That's all the players here in Seattle and the folks who visit. So big changes happening over there. The days of the moon. That's out. We're happy to see it. Let's send it back inside to the ladies.
Thank you. Big League Chew, though, is okay. The bubble gum.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It is a historic day for women, moms, and lawmakers.
It sure is. For the first time ever, a U.S. senator brought a baby on the floor for a vote. This is big. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, you may have heard of her. She has a 10-day-old daughter, Miley. And boy, she was greeted to a round of applause when she walked in, and go figure, the baby was asleep. Don't you hate that? Like when you want the baby to be awake, they're asleep. Right. You want them to sleep, they're awake. That's how it goes. Well, just yesterday, the Senate changed its rules to allow children under a year on the floor of the U.S. Senate.
It meant so much to be able to cast a vote as a new mom and be able to do my job and take care of my baby at the same time.
There you go. This morning, Tammy tweeted this picture of her getting her daughter's outfit ready. Now, she said that she made sure that Miley had a jacket so she doesn't violate the Senate floor dress code, which does require blazers. On April 9th, by the way, Duckworth became the first senator to give birth while in office.
And we should mention she's a veteran. She has a Filipino background. She's breaking all kinds of barriers, too. So that's a great story.
Yeah, a lot of changes today.
All right, time now to check out the Five Hive. And if you don't know what this is yet, this is our social community that we built just for this show. And already we have so many people in it since we started this week. We now have more than 1,100 people. So if you want to find us, you can find us by searching Take 5 on Facebook, if you're on Facebook. Then you can also text Hive to 448-4545. You can do it right now. But this is a closed group right now. It just gives us some time to get to know each other. Don't know if it will always stay that way, but I like it. Want to point out, Tiffany wanted us to share this today because she volunteers at SAFE, and that is Save a Forgotten Equine in Redmond. They're holding an open house and a tax sale this Sunday from noon to 3 p.m., but it's free and open to the public. It's family friendly. You can tour the barn, you can meet the horses, and you can learn about all the work that SAFE does. And they help abused and neglected horses in Western Washington. Plus, you get swag. So who doesn't love swag? I mean,
Swag.
you say swag, I say swag.
I don't know what the real one is.
You're just
So I
sitting
say
here
it.
poking.
Yeah, that's the weird one.
Okay, well,
Good stuff.
we'll say swag.
We are getting a lot of text messages.
Oh,
coming
yeah?
in, by
Really?
the way. Are you seeing your phones buzzing? If you missed the
Superheroes?
beginning of the show, we asked, what would your superpower be? And this is all foreshadowing because we took one of our loyal viewers' sons to the new Mopop exhibit over there. Marvel superheroes are in town, so we took him there. You're going to see that coming up. But we wanted to know, what would your superpower be? 206-448-4545. Some of the highlights coming in here from the 206. Invisibility, followed by flying. What are you hiding
Those are
from?
classic.
What are you running from exactly here? Bubble power, no car worries from the 360. I like that. Fly around and float around in a bubble. And spin water into wine from the 425, the East Siders.
I like the creativity.
It is happy hour. Way to go. So keep those texts coming.
All right, it's time now for one of our favorite segments with our producer in the studio, or out where. Steph, what's up? How you doing?
No, I don't get to be in the studio. I have to stay back here and keep track of the show, make sure that you guys are following all the rules.
Oh, good.
But I have a little surprise for you guys. This is a kind of an interesting story. It's a birth announcement. A couple in Michigan. They just had a baby, but the more interesting part, it's their 14th baby. Let's take a look at the video because we just love babies. So this isn't just the 14th baby. It's their 14th son. They have 13 other boys.
No way.
And so when they found out that they were pregnant with a 14th kid, they thought, will this one finally be a girl?
Well, we always say, you know, boy, I wonder what my reaction would be like, you know, if it was a girl. And so, you know, you hold out that little bit of hope and, you know, what if? And when the moment comes, we just kind of looked at each other and, you know, it's a boy.
So the funny thing about this is they still don't have a name because they've run out of ideas. So I was wondering if you guys have any unique boy name ideas.
Jordan.
Well,
I mean, duh.
The first thing I thought, like the disciples or something from the Bible, and I was like, oh, they
Matthew,
got
Mark, Luke,
14.
John,
They're
yeah.
only 12, right? But
yeah.
And remember the Duggars? I think the Duggars, I don't know how many they have, but
they
each
have-
name started with a J.
I think they're in the 20s now.
20s?
I'd say
It would be
yeah,
hard.
the government
13
change.
kids. Let's be honest for a minute. That'd be pretty hard to remember.
No,
remember
let's
all
not
of
think
those
about
names.
that.
yeah.
It's tough enough.
Come here,
Boy.
number 12. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey, we got a really fun thing coming up for you. Up next, little Lenny gets a super surprise, a sneak peek at that new Mopop exhibit we talked about happening over across town. Take a look at this.
Hi Stephanie, my name is Lenny. I'm 6 years old and I love Marvel Comics. I'm on spring break, so I'm available.
He is available. We're proud to build such a cool family. We'll take Lenny over to Mopop coming up.
The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds.